YouTube, haha, we back. I'm gonna bring you another game here. We got the Detroit Lions against the Dallas Cowboys. This is some footage of my son playing. He is the Detroit Lions. He's going against the Cowboys. Lately, he's been playing a lot of games as the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm kind of thinking, how is he feeling about playing against the team he's been playing a lot of games against lately? He decided to use the Lions. Now, let's think about the Lions. When we think of the NFL, we think of a pretty basic looking team, right? But believe it or not, they are very good in Madden. And people might be thinking to themselves, this boy is crazy. But let's look at what they got. They got an extremely fast running back. They have some fast wide receivers. Calvin Johnson, probably the best player, wide receiver in the game. Their defense is a sleeper defense. We're looking at 4 or 5 cornerbacks that are all 90 speed or higher, I believe. They got a fast linebacker. I mean, this is a gem of a team. We have to look at this as a video game, guys. It's a video game. We can't look at what the NFL is doing. These guys are good. So, when you look at Dallas, Dallas is also a great team. But, my son is trying something new. He's trying the Lions out. So, we see here that already we're up 14-0. This game looks like it's in the hand. I can't really notice anything special about the guy that he's playing here. He had a real good record. Again, I don't even base things off of records. I just base it off of, playing and seeing what the guy is going to give you. So the guy's playing pretty good. He's getting some turnovers. Look, boom. We sped this up so it doesn't take very long. He picks up a fumble. But this guy keeps running the same motion play regardless of what defense he sees. I'll take that. He keeps running the same little motion play thinking that he's going to get great results. Guys, one thing I always say, base your offense off of what the defense is doing. Yes, I like to run compress sets because I noticed that with compress sets, that was a good blitz and pickup there. That was a nice interception. But one thing that I love doing, guys, is I love coming out in compress sets. Because a compress set will allow me to be able to see what the defense is doing. Whoop! I'll take that. It allows me to see what the defense is doing. If the defense is running man-to-man, boom, I know what plays or what guys could possibly be open. See, this guy's getting some real good fumbles. Compress sets allow me to be able to see where I can possibly attack the defense. If he's in zone, boom, that allows me to know exactly what I can do as well. One thing I noticed that my son is doing right now, he's just coming out in literally anything. Coming out in just basic plays. This is verticals right here. Everybody asks what that play is in bunch. It's called verticals. That guy on the outside runs that kind of a wheel route, so to speak. One good thing about that play is if they're in man-to-man and they call bump and run, usually that guy's, give me that. That was a good pick. Usually that guy is open 90% of the time. The reason why I say 90% of the time is because that other 10%, if it's a real good cornerback over there on that side, he will stay with you, and you might as well hang it up. He'll either bat that down or intercept it. So back to what I'm saying here. Son's just calling random plays, nothing spectacular for me to kind of digest. Kind of dissect what he's doing. The other guy is, he's making some plays. I can't say he's not making any plays. Let's see what he does here, just, for kicks and giggles. See, the guy up the middle was open, and that's just a bad pass. I mean, let's think about what you're doing. It's fourth down. You can't just throw it into traffic. You got to have some go-to plays that that if you call it, you can pick up a certain amount of yards. Now, there may be some times where you may call a play and the guy just has you locked up. Don't get me wrong. But at least have a small baby game plan. Set up your audibles. Make sure that you have an audible system in place so that now. I wish I would have rewinded that, but I think my son goes back to that play a couple of times. There's a play, I believe he's in Houston's book, and it's like a little wheel route for the fullback. You give me that. That should have been a pick. There's this play in Houston. I'm not going to even tell you about it. I'll touch on it when that play actually occurs, because one thing that happens is that if you're able to audible from, say, a different play, let's say you come out in bunch or snugs or something like that, and then you audible down. I think I'm going to show a play here eventually with my son, but if you're able to come out in a certain play and adjust it, so to speak, so that you have a fast wide receiver there at fullback, it's lights out if there's no help up top. Give me that. That was, a lot of these throws be catching right on dude's head, but let me see if this is the play. Okay, here it is. This is a prime example. Okay, so he's in the snugs. He audibles down. So Logan is on this wheel route, right? He comes off so fast. That's touchdown look at this. What is he doing? That's terrible. My son comes right back to it. No help up top. Calvin Johnson against a slower guy. It's lights out every play. Now, the only way to stop that is if you have cornerback help up top. Now, majority of people don't know it. I don't know if this is Houston's book I think it's in either Houston's book or Washington's book. I think my son's in either one of those books right now. That should have been a catch right there. But it's in one of those books. It's a great play. If a person's playing bump and run or they're playing will, give me that. I'll take those. If you see your opponent come out, if you use one of those books, I believe it's either Houston or Washington. I believe that there may be other books that have it. But if you're playing somebody and they play a lot of cover zero, which means that they don't have any safety help over the top. If you notice that they're playing that, put that play in your audibles and run that play until they pass out, because it's an automatic 6 points. Easy. Now, but I'll touch into that a little bit more in my next video. Again, I've already recorded it. I just have to edit it and put it up, so it'll probably be up tomorrow. You can tell this game is iced up right off of that fumble. So, I appreciate you guys watching. Post your comments. If you guys want to get a game in, holler at me. I try to get on as much as possible. And till the next video, I appreciate you guys watching. You guys be easy. Peace.
Touchdown, Lions.